All right, so this question reads, Mercotek carried out a study to compare the productivity of its night shift with that of its day shift. Every week, the company's 6 crews, F, G, H, R, S, and T, were ranked from first, most productive, to 6th, least productive. There were no ties. For any given week, either G and T were the 2 night shift crews, or else S and H were. The 4 other crews were the day shift crews for that week. The following relationships held for every week of the study. All right, so we have F, G, H, R, S, and T. And we know that for any given week, either G and T were the 2 night shift crews, or else S and H were. Okay, so that means that if G and T are not part of the night shift, then S and H are part of the night shift. Contrapositive, if S and H were not part of the night shift, then G and T were part of the night shift. So this gives us 2 orders. So again, we'll write out our variables, F, G, H, R, S, T. We could have S and H be the night shift, and then the rest are day shift. Or G and T will be the night shift and the rest will be day. And we know that we're ranking the crews from first, most productive, to 6th, least productive. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so now let's go to the rules. Rule number 1, F is more productive than G. All right, so we have F more productive than G. So that means that G is not first and F is not last. Rule number 2, R is more productive than S. So R is before S. So that means that S is not first and R is not last. All right, rule number 3, R is more productive than T. Okay, so we know R more productive than T. So T is not first, and R is not last. We already have that. But as you can see, rules 2 and 3 show us that S and T are less productive than R. That means that R can't be 5th either, because if R were 5th, then we'd have T here. But then rule number 2 could not be abided by because there would be no place for S to go. And so let's actually combine rules 2 and 3 over here to the right. So we have R is more productive than S and T. Rule number 4, S is more productive than H. All right, we're saying S more productive than H. Okay, so we know that means that H is not first and S is not last. And now we can actually combine rules 4 and 2 over here to our right. We have H less productive than S. Okay, and rule number 5, G is more productive than T. Okay, G more productive than T. Now that tells us that T is not first, and we already have that. But rule number 3 also tells us that T is less productive than R, so T is less productive than R and G, meaning T also can't be second. And we know that G can't be last because T has to come after it. We can actually attach rule 5 onto our long chain. We know that G is more productive than T. And now that we have G in our long chain, we can actually add on rule number 1. We know that F is more productive than G. So we have all 6 of our crews in our long chain now. So we're going to use our long chain to help us figure out the positioning of each crew. And lastly, real quick looking at our setup, we know that G, S, T, and H can't be first. So that leaves us with the binary of F or R. And remember, to make this deduction using our chain, we're looking for the crews that have no crew to the left of them. So again, we have F and R are the only ones that have no crew that has to be more productive than them. Likewise, we know that 6th can't be F, R, S, or G, meaning that 6 could only be either H or T. So in our long chain, we're looking for the crew members that don't have anything to the right of them. And we know that's T and H. And what that means is that no crew member has to be less productive than T or H. All right, so that's our setup, our rules, and our deductions. Let's go ahead and hit the questions.